Hello traders, D7 here, and despite all the doom and gloom out there in the markets rally strong. Check this out. Dow up almost 3% on the NASDAQ, 2.7% on the S&P. Russell's over 3%, almost 3.5%. That is ginormous. The VIX hardly dropped. I mean, that thing should have just crashed and burned. We should have been in the 30s with a big jump like this, but we didn't do that. So there's still fear out there in the market, so pay special attention to that. And here we are, the S&P daily, big pop. We made a higher high and a higher low. Gang, that's what we're after. And just let's talk about this for a second. I told you a couple days ago I gave some money back in the markets, and how did that happen? Because do you see how we made a lower low? We were making higher lows, higher low, and we made a lower low. If you're making lower lows, who's in charge? The bears are. If they're in control, things in motion tend to stay in motion. You have to be on the right side of the fence. So I was net bearish at that point. I came back yesterday to see that we rallied hard. And today, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I was sitting on my hands. I thought, are we going to hit our head here and drop, which I thought we'd probably do. But I was watching this 850 mark like a hawk, and we went over that, and we did it with a vengeance. And it happened right now. Boom, big rally right up to the 50-day moving average, and we hit our head. But we stayed. I'll tell you, we chopped around a little bit in the last hour or two of the day, but we finished very strong for the day. That was great to see. Now we have some resistance here. Let's look at these resistance. We got this resistance area coming across. And we go over here to this one. We have this resistance area coming across. So we have a lot of resistance in that 50-day acting as resistance. That's going to be tough to get through. It shouldn't be all that easy. And look at this. I dropped another trend line. And let's go back to see how that trend line come to be. I went to this swing low. And if you look here, that's taking us back into the October area right there. And then we have this area, which is our December area, again acting as support, and then we come over here acting as resistance right here in January. So this absolutely should also act as major resistance. 880, 885 area, gang, is going to be hard to get through. But if we pierce through that Monday, and I think there's some news coming out Monday, something going on, I didn't catch it all, and they're saying that the big rally that we had today was an anticipation for Monday's big rally. So if in fact a news created rally, it could slice right through there, but it's going to smack its head right here. Oh boy, I don't know if it'll get 900, maybe a little light of 900, but it's going to get up there near it right there. And if we get to this area, now watch this. Look at my two big monster thick blue trend lines. You see this? See my triangle? This is a symmetrical triangle that we have developing here. Big symmetrical triangle. We have, let me do this, support, 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 and if we hit our head here, it could chop around. I think that when you have a triangle, or in this case, a big, large bearish pennant, you can see it here, drop, and then our triangle, we have a better chance of dropping here. Normally, if it's a true bearish pennant, whatever leg is you have here is what you will get right here. Woe to us if that happens. Now, the other thing I'm waiting for or watching for is if we do pop through this area, 900, if we can get through 900, we are dancing. So to the bull side, and if we do that, I'm going to call this the bottom. This will be our bottom. And so be watching that really closely, because look at this. We have a higher swing high, another higher swing low, and another higher swing low. We look at all these higher swing lows we have. If we can pop on major volume, that would be great. Here's my MACD. MACD just now crossed over. If I really blow this up, you see the histogram, little black lines, and they go to either side of my zero line coming across. Well, the histogram is giving us ticks on the positive side of the zero line. That means we have crossed on our lines. And then what's really nice is we are above We are now above the 0 line on our daily MACD. Really cool to see. And let me show you the weekly while we're here. Now the weekly is uber cool. We have a falling wedge type formation, and look at this. We closed for the week over resistance. That could prove to be very bullish. And if we continue to pop up here, getting to maybe the 1,000 mark on the S&P, wow, that would be fantastico, and that would give us a double bottom formation, and that will solidify and set in place the bottom of the markets. Let's look at the monthly chart on the S&P. Here's our monthly. We got resistance here, that shadow acted as support, and it's just coming right across, and we have an overextended drop to the downside here, so we are due for an up leg. There's no doubt about it. But here's the other pattern I'm looking at, and if you look at this really closely, you can see this. We have this. Whoops, let's do that. We have this little triangle pattern. It's a bearish pennant. You drop and then you triangle out right here. That's really bearish. So on the monthly chart, that's bearish. But if you look at the reversal pattern right here, you have a bullish Harami reversal pattern, or a piercing pattern, or maybe a thrusting pattern. But anyway you have it, that's a bullish reversal pattern. So that needs to pop now to the upside. If not, if we continue down, breaking that 800, we're in dire trouble on the monthly chart. So the monthly is it's anybody's guess, probably more bearish than bullish. The weekly is definitely more bullish than bearish. And right now we're still chopping around on the daily sideways right here. And while we're here, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Now the NASDAQ for 2009 is in positive territory. The NASDAQ's actually up for the year, believe it or not. Can you believe we're even hearing that right now? Big run, very nice, big pop, and we popped actually yesterday. This pop yesterday set this into motion. It did not surprise me when we pierced 1550 that we were just going to pop right up. Our next resistance area is up here at 1650, and we should get there pretty quick. And I would venture to guess it'd probably happen Monday or Tuesday. But look at the weekly falling wedge. Pop on a declining 20-day acting as resistance, very bullish. I really like this weekly quite a bit. And then the monthly we have this big symmetrical type triangle that broke down, but now let's really zoom in, and now we have what looks like a low base or possibly a bearish pennant that could get really ugly on us. So for this to heal itself, it needs to pop. I mean, this dude needs to go, and we have an engulfing, barely, but an engulfing bullish candle or bullish reversal pattern right here, and this is also called a belt hold line. But anyway, the big thing that I watch are these trend lines. They prove time and time again to be very powerful. And hey, you know what? While we're here, let's look at sectors and sector rotation here. I'm at a cool site called finviz.com, and if you click on groups, you can get this. This is really nice. And what I'm doing, I'm going back 3 months. I'm going back a quarter here of the year, and conglomerates, financials, consumer goods, services, you know, still all in the red. But what we're looking for is the trend here. Healthcare, basic materials, utilities are now in the green. Pay special attention to this. Special attention to this. And watch this, the 1 month performance, utilities, healthcare, basic materials. Now the only one that's jumping out at me as being kind of an anomaly here is basic materials. To be quite frank, basic materials had its shot in the sector rotation last year, and it should have come and gone. That should be dissipating now, but it's not. It's actually building strength, so that's weird. Utilities and healthcare, those two, that's right on target and doing what it's supposed to. And once utilities comes to full strength, then our financials will come, and once financials start to peel itself out of the, you know, the slums and gutters, then the recession will finally be at an end. So that could be a while. But look at this, healthcare right here, consumer goods, but financial beat utilities and healthcare here for the 1 week. So there you have it. Happy trading day, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you at freetradingvideos.com.